distant land, located in your local mall, there resides a dark and mysterious place. A place where the dark and afflicted are born. A place where all hope is lost. Hot topic. Since this place has gone unchecked and no balances have been placed, a flood of angst and hate have entered this world. But rumor has it, it has given birth to the one that amplifies that angst and hate. Sasuke. Unfortunately, there's been more than one Sasuke. Conveniently, there's been roughly 10.
So, here's our list for the top 10 Sasukes.
Number 10, Hattori Soma. Have you ever hugged a boy and he magically turned into a zodiac creature? I mean, who hasn't? It happens way too much. I just want to find a normal boy that can love me. Luckily, Dr. Sasuke here can fix you right up. At first glance, Hattori Soma just seems like your run-of-the-mill Sasuke with his devilish good looks and his constant brooding that would make any Hot Topic employee jealous. But this Sasuke is different. He can make all your bad memories go away. Did you get drunk and drive through a playground and now all the screaming speed bumps keep you up at night? Boom. Dr. Sasuke with his ninja magic powers are here to make you forget and let you sleep again. Plus, this Sasuke, when you give him a big ol' hug, turns into a seahorse because of his zodiac ninja magic. And this Sasuke fell in love. But Sasuke's mom or whatever did not like his girl and told them they had to break up. And now he just has a low-key bromance with his brother Naruto.
Number 9, Hiei. Growing up in the village hidden in the ice mountain, Hiei never had a family that loved him. He learned that harsh truth at a very young age. He first realized something was up when he was born, and the first thing his mother did was yeet him off a mountain. Because the other snow women didn't like that he was part demon and part Iceman. So out of sight, out of mind. So when he survived that yeet, that's when he slowly started to transform into the Sasuke we know and love. When Sasuke met Naruto, he was just a rookie spirit detective. As always, Naruto only wanted to save his friend and help bear the edge. After a few fights though, Sasuke knew Naruto can handle his load.
Number 8, Bakugo. Do you smell that? Oh yeah, I know that smell. That's the smell of an angsty teen Sasuke. Bakugo, aka Explodey Sasuke. He just oozes exploding sweat and angst. As always, Explodey Sasuke just wants to be the best, and no matter how much punchy and kicky Naruto tries to be his friend, he just pushes him away and his angst only gets stronger. Now this Sasuke is a little different from the normal average Sasuke. This Sasuke actually has parents. Explodey is always full of rage and explosions because deep down he knows everyone wants to bang his thick ass mom. Ugh. He knows that he has to be one of the most unapproachable characters to keep his mom safe from people who are just lusting for that booty.
God damn! Number 7, Jalal. Alright. Do you remember that time when Sasuke was a child and was kidnapped with other children to be forced as children's slaves to make a tower to appease the devil ninja wizard or something like that? Yeah, I don't know. You could have missed it. I think it was filler. Anyway, after being possessed by the devil ninja wizard, he wanted to prove that he was the top child slave. And he did it. Congrats. He was able to stage a revolt and managed to be the top child slave. But being the top child slave, that didn't stop Blasque, aka Blue Sasuke, from trying to be even edgier. He decided that the tower still needed to be completed, so he convinced all the other child slaves to stay and finish the devil's work. Then Naruto does what Naruto does best and used words no jutsu, and made him realize that everything he was doing was wrong. Now Blasque works from the shadows to keep the village of the Hidden Valley Rents safe from evil.
Number 6, Levi. Okay, imagine now you live in a gated community. But once you leave that gated community, you are attacked by strange creatures that rip you apart and eat you. But besides that, living in Florida is not too bad. Unfortunately, Levi's job requires him to go out and learn more about the giant people of Florida and how to stop them from getting high off bath salts and eating everybody. Levi Jeans, Sasuke, has seen members of his squad crushed to death, eaten, or crushed, then eaten. But thankfully, that does not stop him from keeping his cheery disposition and his constant smiling. I mean, look at that face. You can barely even tell he's Sasuke in disguise. He always looks so happy, not at all like everyone around him is slowly dying.
Number 5, Sasuke Kaiba. So, I know what you're thinking. What's a better way to decide the fate of the world than a children's card game? I know. I'm trying to think of one too. And I just can't. And I know you can't either. Sasuke Kaiba wanted to have a better life for him and his brother, and he was able to take ownership of his stepfather's weapons company. And what better way to turn his life around than being a stuck-up billionaire and using his company to make holograms for a dumb children's card game? There is still one thing dueling Sasuke was not able to do, and that's beat Egyptian Naruto in a children's card game. But on the bright side, he decided to help out the youth and have a school built, so kids and adults can learn how to play a children's card game. Ever since that day though, there has never been any conflict of any kind that cannot be won by a dumb, stupid card game.
Number 4, Yuno. Who doesn't love orphans? I mean, they're nature's hand-me-down. Now, I know orphans can be kind of a bummer, always bringing down the mood, but this one knows magic. It livens up any party. Now, this is not your ordinary magic orphan. Yuno can use magic to do chores like cleaning and laundry. He also has not always been the magical version of Sasuke that we all know and sometimes love, unlike his parents. Got him! Anyway, Yuno was a very happy child until his church orphanage thing had him deliver a letter into town. Then some thug thought he had a purty necklace and tried to rob him. And even before this incident, Yuno was a little bitch that cried all the time. So when he was getting mugged, he started crying and acting like he'd never been robbed before. Luckily, his brother Naruto was able to get his ass kicked in place of Yuno. Inspired by Naruto's bravery, he vowed never to be a little bitch again, and now you can find him turning away bitches and glooming and dooming his way and becoming the best ninja wizard in the village hidden in the clovers.
Number 3, Vegeta. Vegeta, the prince of Sasuke's, grew up on the warrior planet Vegeta, where he was named after his father, King Vegeta, or the planet. Who the fuck knows? But what we do know is that his race was destroyed by Space Hitler. And that caused him to only trust himself and hate everyone else. That was until he went to Earth to fight Goku, or Jack Naruto. Ever since that first fight with Jack Naruto, Vegeta was sent down a spiral, realizing that he would never fully reach Jack Naruto's level. He was always hating on others and bringing them down and making them feel like shit. Until he met a girl with blue hair and they did the old Tokyo Sandblaster. And they had a kid that he ignored but secretly loved. But he was too cool to show it. If you're wanting to ever find Vegeta, you can find him in some desolate area or even space, where he trains to avoid his family because they have joy in their lives. But don't worry, he sees them like every 2 to 3 years, or when he needs his wife to buy him something, like everyone else in his show does. Vegeta may be one of the strongest Sasukes with the best life, but that does not stop him from hating everyone and never being good enough to defeat any major villain that would give him any credit or make him a badass.
Number 2, Zerath. Oh boy, more magic people. I know what you're thinking, but you're wrong. Zerath is not what happens when you ask someone who has 18 shots to spell the word giraffe. He's actually the equivalent of the wizard devil. Zerath was cursed to be immortal and kill anyone he shows love towards, which makes him a pretty crazy sad sack. But Devil Sasuke does not care about anyone or anything. He just wants to prove that no one can outbrood him. He was actually able to find a girl with the same curse, and just when he thought he could finally have the perfect girl, he loved her too much and she went to sleep forever. So after that, he just chucked her sleeping corpse in front of her friends and went off to another country like most people do when they can't find love. Deep down, all he wanted to do was find someone to love. Now you think being immortal would make him the strongest dude ever to live. Well, yeah, it did, but no. Turns out, if you love him hard enough, he will go away forever, just like my dad. The reason he makes it to number 2 is the way that he murders everyone he cares about and just has to watch them die. It's pretty brutal if you think about it. He's like the manifestation of what those weird goth kids write in their slam poetry. And now it's time for our first ever honorable mention, Itachi. Because you can't have a Sasuke list without at least mentioning Sasuke's brother.
Number 1, Sasuke. Now, how can the OG Sasuke Hujia not make it as number 1 on this list? Sasuke here is the best and original Sasuke. We did think about giving the number 1 slot to his brother, but thinking about it, he was just a wannabe Sasuke, or a bargain bin Sasuke if you will. All his brother did was whine and complain that his family died. Boo-hoo. And then later, he was adopted by Joe Exotic, but instead of tigers, it was snakes. He accomplished nothing after he ran away from the village. All he did was yell at Naruto and deny his love. Now Sasuke is way cooler than his brother. He saved the village from a coup, and he just lived his life as a spy for the village. That's way cooler than what his stupid brother did. Sasuke set an example for what every dark and brooding anime character should be. A lot of anime characters try to do this, but just end up being like his brother Itachi. Fucking lame. Sasuke will always be at the top for sad sack anime characters with sad backstories. You know, if you think I'm wrong, then you're probably a little bitch. Like Sasuke's brother.
Thanks for watching our top 10 video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. If you have any ideas for top 10s you'd like us to do, comment down below. Also, make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And we'll see you weebs next time.